One of the types of cases that Shamieh Law specializes in is called TBI cases, or traumatic brain injury cases. Let me tell you why. First of all, we've handled hundreds of traumatic brain injury cases, but we have a formula that seems to work for us, not only for your settlement, but in order to get you better. And so that's what we do. We prioritize getting you better, and in the process, by getting you better, we're also helping you get paid. Another reason that I believe my firm is second to none in handling neurological issues is because my father is a neurologist. And so I've had many discussions with him on how to help people get better and which experts to use to maximize the case. So here's our winning formula, and hopefully other firms use it to get their clients the justice they deserve. First of all, the first thing we do whenever you sign up with our firm is we go over all the symptoms you have, and we have a standard list of potential brain injury symptoms. If you meet a certain number of those, we recommend to the client to go see a neurologist. And we work with the best neurologists in the country to, first of all, get you better and then document the records to help you get paid. That's the first step. The second step is, if the case is large enough, we recommend that you get something called an EEG. And that's an imaging study done on your brain where they hook up electrodes onto your brain and it measures the brain frequencies to test for anything that's abnormal. Okay? This is an objective test. It's not subjective. And it will tell me right away whether you in fact have a brain injury or not. Another thing that we do that most firms don't is, if that EEG is positive, we also recommend you get something called a DTI MRI. This is a specialized MRI just for brain injuries. Most firms may just use a normal brain MRI, and that's not going to find what the DTI MRI is. Let me give you an example of what the DTI MRI does. If you had a glass of water with a clear glass and you crack an egg open into the glass, let's call the egg your brain. If you shook that glass up really good, the DTI MRI would go in and tell you the white substance in your brain, which is the white stuff in the eggs, where you're having issues. So it's much more of a clear image of your brain. If that test was also positive, we would also recommend you go see a neuropsychologist. And the neuropsychologist is going to come in and tell us what you were able to do before this incident and what you're able to do now. What's your mental aptitude? What issues are you having? He'll put together a report. This is an expert we hire. And then we'll send that report to something called a vocational rehabilitation expert. Vocational means job. Rehabilitation, we're trying to rehab you to go back to work. And then this person's going to tell us what you were able to do from a job standpoint before the accident and what you're able to do now, and then predict your loss of earnings in the future. These are the ways that we maximize your traumatic brain injury. There's another couple of ways we do. We get statements, testimony from your loved ones to make sure we document how this has affected you, not just you telling us, but the people around you that love you, to talk about how this impacted you. And we have a number of other little secrets that we use, but those are the main ones. And that's why I believe we're second to none when it comes to handling TBIs.